Yeah, yeah. I feel like Big Vito. Yeah, I feel like Big Vito. Yeah, feel like Big Vito.
Good evening, guys. How are you doing tonight? This is the Big Vito brand with another edition of The Lies Between My Dirty Satin Sheets. This is Vito LaGrasso. I hope everybody's doing great tonight. I hope you're doing well. Now, a pretty bad situation happened tonight, and I'd like to address it because I think it's pretty serious, pretty sad, and pretty sick. First, I want to say that Jason Sensation was on Twitter, and he said he wanted to kill himself, and he was at Monday Night Raw in Canada, and he was talking about shooting himself, and he was in the building, and he had a firearm over a royalty check. But just the fact that he said that he wanted to kill himself at Raw and he was in the building with a firearm and going on, social media and letting people know that he's in the building with all those women and children there at a wrestling event. You want to oust yourself, you want to do something to yourself. Hey, everybody goes through bad times, but to announce it on social media and expect nobody to take notice. Well, if you were looking for attention, you got it. If you were looking for a way to get your name out there, you got it. If you were looking for a way to say, hey, my royalty check sucked because it was $45, you got it. But I think you got a little bit more than what you bargained for. I want to say this. There are pro athletes all over the world fighting depression because they have various diseases, various ailments, and you're not just talking about wrestling, you're talking about baseball, basketball, football, soccer, hockey, college sports. And there are a lot of people who are fighting, depression, Alzheimer's disease, CTE, um, just to name a few things. And I want to tell you, there are people out there fighting for the rights for people to get help. And when you go to this platform and you go and make an announcement like that, and you are supposedly supposed to be a professional wrestler or a professional, how professional are you? What respect did you show the sport or any of your peers tonight by doing such an act? Obviously there is something wrong with you because, in the end you said, oh, it was a joke. But that's only until Vince Russo got in touch with you and Vince Russo, spoke to you via phone call and got in touch with you via Twitter. And you made it like with I did a funny tonight. Well, when you're in an arena and you have a firearm with women and children, you threaten to kill yourself. That's no laughing matter because there are athletes out there, guys in the wrestling business, who are committing suicide because they can't get the proper help, because they need help, because they have serious problems. You have guys dying all around you, just like the past week. You have Brian Christopher, over the past couple of weeks, pass away. You don't know if he committed suicide. You don't know if he was killed in prison. You don't know what happened. You've had over the last 4 or 5 years, you've had a dozen or better wrestlers pass away over various things, and there have been things that have been said in the media. There have been people fighting for a cause. There have been people fighting for the rights of wrestlers, and here you come along, Johnny come lately, and you say, I'm going to kill myself. Guys, one of the reasons why, it came to light, what he did, what he was talking about was he was fighting depression and he had a heart attack. He had a lot of things going on in his life. And, when you, have health problems, you need help. Especially when you come out in public and you say something like that. Guys, there was just a mass shooting in Jacksonville, Florida, where some nutcase just opened fire on a bunch of people. You have things like that happening all the time. And for you to go into a building and say these things, I mean, what is in your mind? What goes through your mind? And then for you at the end of the day to say it was a joke, that's no joke. That's pretty sick. You need help. I hope you get help, because that wasn't right what you did. Made a lot of people worry, made a lot of people frantic. Taking case in point, and take Vince Russo, who reached out to you, spoke to you tonight and got the scoop, and tried to help you, made that man worry. Now everybody throws stones at Vince Russo, and everybody throws, at the kitchen sink at that guy. That guy legitimately cares about people and legitimately cares about, human beings. And he reached out and tried to diffuse the situation. TMZ covered it tonight. And then, of course, we have the lies between my dirty satin sheets. I'd like to know something. How could you say you have called the WWE offices after the hour to get the info and talk to them and alert them to the situation, knowing that the office closes at 5, people are at Monday Night Raw, ain't nobody taking no phone calls from the lies between my dirty satin sheets? So why would you go again and make up propaganda and bullshit to get people to listen to you? Now, I call out the owner of this man's company. I want to know, where do you get off letting this continue in your company for people to continually say bullshit and say lies so you could sell your newsletter, sell your propaganda, sell your stuff on social media? I want to know where you get the balls. You're a horrible owner. I think you're a horrible person for letting this continue. When will you learn? And for people out there who are, supposed fans, and they're calling for dirt sheet writers to go out there and find out what's going on, how about calling the police? How about alerting the building where, this is taking place? How about getting, the fire department, EMTs, the police department involved to possibly go look for this young man, that he might be distressed and might be hurting some people? People, wrestling is not a game. Wrestling is not fake. You're talking about human beings who have serious problems. And the sooner that you learn that people have problems and they are human beings, the sooner it won't be looked at upon as a joke where you go to dirt sheet writers to help them. Because dirt sheet writers have no pull, they have no access, they're on the outside looking in just like the rest of you. You think they're on speed dial to the man's phone? You think the man in charge is going to answer a dirt sheet writer? Hey, what's going on over there? He's got 10,000 other things to worry about, and they don't expect to take your call, let alone you have his phone number on a personal level. I just think tonight was another dirty mark on the wrestling business. I thought it was another dirty stain that a lot of people's true colors showed. Nobody has learned a lesson yet, but what is it going to take for people to learn a lesson about real life, about human beings, about that wrestlers are people too, and that some people are just jackasses and make the worst decisions in life? This is Vito LaGrasso concluding his best show, his great show, The Shoot Show, The Lies Between My Dirty Satin Sheets. I hope you guys go to my new store. It's on my website, bigvito.com. Guys, shoot over there. You have a lot of great things going on. Check out Noel's page, hollowinc.com. You're going to find a lot of great things over there. This is Big Vito LaGrasso signing off. I hope you have a great week, and I hope you enjoyed this show. Peace out, my peoples.
This has been produced by the Big Vito brand. To check out more on the Big Vito brand, you can look at bigvito.com.
Big Vito, yeah, feel like Big Vito, yeah. I said said, I'm up next like I got the call from Vito.